Welcome back to Central News. Another Tauranga Business Case business is Florentines, with the delectable and very irresistible cakes, cheesecakes, slices, savouries and so much more. Bound to get the mouth-watering, Managing Director Greg Knight tells Central News more.
Greg, established over 10 years ago as a wholesale company, how has Florentines flourished?
I think the reason we've flourished is because we started as a patisserie company. So we're a little bit different probably to other, bakery wholesale companies. We actually have products that were designed and manufactured by a patissier chef. So we've always used natural ingredients and New Zealand dairy, and New Zealand dairy and water. So it's certainly a company that established itself more in the quality side of the market.
So would you say you started small and it's just eventuated from there?
Yeah, look, we did. We started tiny. We started as a tiny little patisserie, with one person, and it just continued to grow as people sort of realised that there was different product. I mean, when we started over 15 years ago, in the Bay of Plenty, there was no product like it. So, there was a really good customer base, and then as we went wider, we realised there was a really good demand for that sort of product. So, yeah.
So what has been key to Florentine's success over the past 10 years or so?
I think it's passion. So I think that's a really, lots of people, have gone into wholesale baking of cakes and products. But so passion and sort of real hard slog has made Florentines what it is. In the early days, it wasn't easy at all. We were running around without hardly $1 in our pocket, and we started with a tiny freezer that you could only fit a couple of cartons in. So yeah, it wasn't easy, but the success was that we were determined to make it work, that we listened to our customers and we always tried to do what they asked for, and we gave them a really good product at a really reasonable price. So, it was good.
Why is Tauranga a prime place to have the business?
I think Tauranga is a fantastic place in the regards that it's really central. So, it's a good hub with transport, and that includes road. We don't use rail, but road, rail and sea. So we're now an exporter, so we do all of Australia, and obviously the port here is really strong. So for us, for export, it makes it quite easy. And then I think it's a nice community. So it's a nice place to work. People want to live in the Bay of Plenty. So we're not generally having people move on all the time. So yeah, so it's quite good.
How does Florentines fit in with the Tauranga Business Case 4 Ps, profit, place, people and potential?
Like I said, you get the people that come into Tauranga who want to live here and who want a career, so it's actually quite nice to have them as part of a team. The profit side of it is it tends to be cheaper, obviously, to do business in Tauranga than in a lot of other centres, which are quite expensive. Look, even rents or wages or transport is actually really reasonable within Tauranga. So I think it is a good place in that regard. Plus, who doesn't want to live in Tauranga, really, or the Mount?
That's right. Now, how long do you think it'll be before other businesses realise that Tauranga has a lot going for it in relation to people, profit, place and potential?
I actually think it's already happening. I know that there's quite a lot of companies moving here, and I know that we keep talking about the port, but if you're an exporter, why wouldn't you move to Tauranga when you've got a port right next door? Everything's efficient. Like I said, it's a really good place to live. It's a good place to bring up children, so you've got good schools. So in that regard, you've got all the environment, and then you've got the profit side of it, which is, like I said, it's cheaper to live here. It's you've got good wages and some really good staff pool. So yeah, I think people are starting to realise that actually.
Now, Florentines has become such a success in these 10 years. How do you see things going forward?
The exciting part is that we feel like we've only just started. So our goal is, we're looking at doubling turnover, which lots of companies, talk about. But we're sort of putting in the resources now to do it. And within the next 2 years, we really feel we'll achieve that. So it's quite an exciting time for us, and a huge amount of that is around export, which is the reason, Tauranga is strong for us to be based here.
To find out more and see their yummy treats, then head to their website florentines.co.nz. And of course there is more on the Tauranga Business Case website at taurangabusinesscase.co.nz. That's it for today. Central News is online and we want viewers to be involved. So like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Leave us a comment or you can email us via the website or direct. Thanks for joining us. I'll be back with you with more guests from in and around the region tomorrow night. Until then, I'm Kezia Gillings. Have a good evening.
This has been an Alpha Media production, a division of Television Media Group.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.